I told myself by the summertime, I want to be touring, whether even if it's here in the US or somewhere in the Middle East or worldwide in Europe. So that's my next goal, man. If you don't have faith in yourself, like why are you doing it, you know?
Welcome back to the Beige Moguls show. Today I have a very special friend of mine. His name is Yaddy. He is a multifaceted creative visionary in the music, entertainment, and media space. How you doing, man? Thanks for hopping on the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to having a great talk with you.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. So for those that don't know, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
My name is Iyad Ashraf, and I go by Yaddy. It's my artist name, DJ Yaddy. I was born in New Hampshire. I moved here about 5 years ago. I'm a first generation Syrian American, so that means my parents were not born here. I'm the first one in my family and speak Arabic fluently, and I DJ full time.
So how did you get into the whole DJ game?
I feel with parents from with the Eastern mindset, it's like you can't tell them that you want to do music. They gotta see something first. Like you gotta go get your bachelor's minimum, you know, before they can entertain the idea of you doing something in the arts. Like I started out making CDs for my crushes, or making CDs for the soccer or basketball team in high school, you know. So I figured that was that's my entrance to it. And I always wanted to do music, but I could never be yeah, mom and dad, this is what I want to do full time. So I went to school. I did my 4 years. I'll just say I majored in political science and minored in business, so I've used that to, I guess, the business aspect to where I'm at right now with the DJing, because it's huge. You can't just DJ and expect to make a living without knowing the business side. Yeah. So that's my little brief summary about how I got into it, yeah.
That's amazing. Were you always interested in music kind of growing up?
Middle Eastern music has been introduced to me since I was a young kid. Obviously, being born and raised in America, you've got the American side of music. Coming here, there's a big Spanish culture, so I got into listening to Spanish-speaking music. I've learned how to pick up Desi music. I know a lot of Afro, so I feel like I'm very worldly in a sense, and I love it, man. I love being able to bridge cultures, and I think it's apparent in my music that I make.
Yeah. And you're not only a DJ, but you're also a music producer with several projects out. I think you've dropped it recently.
So this is the thing, a lot of people don't know the difference between the DJ and the producing. Essentially with the DJing, you're kind of like a jukebox, you know, whenever people want to hear, you play it. And there's a mixing aspect to it, but when you're producing, you're creating the music that the DJs are gonna play. So you're a creator, and it's a whole different, I went to school for audio engineering to do this. The DJing, man, it's easy. You can pick it up on your own, watch a couple of YouTube videos, and get out there. But the producing, it's you really gotta study it. It's a science. It's easy to make money off of DJing. I can get a wedding, you know, or a gig, but for you to make money off your own music and solely that is so difficult.
Yeah. So what are some challenges you faced along this journey? I mean, growing up in a Middle Eastern household, telling your parents that you want to pursue music, I'm sure that wasn't an easy process.
It's hard for me to get unwavering support from my parents. I don't think it's gonna happen until I roll up in a Rolls Royce, or I buy them a house or something. I'll be totally frank with you. That's the only time I feel they're gonna be wow, you've done something with music, you know? You gotta show them. Because once you see, hey mom, checking me out, I got 50,000 streams, or I got 10,000 listeners, they don't know, they're okay, yeah. What is that? So they don't value the certain things that maybe I value, or somebody else who's creating music values. And I've had to learn how to deal with that.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some other challenges at growing your career as a DJ?
There's so many DJs. It's a very oversaturated market because, like I said, it's easy to get into. You can watch a couple of YouTube videos and get into DJing, but even me now, you ask, let's say 100 DJs, hey, do y'all know how to produce? I guarantee you 90% will say no.
What's your definition of a mogul?
To me, man, is someone who, just like you're saying, multifaceted, right? My ultimate vision for success is freedom of time. So what do I have to do to get complete freedom of my time so I can just be a mogul and have these businesses running? I gotta have my Spotify right. I gotta have my YouTube right. I'm saying me as a musician. I gotta have my DJ business to where I'm sending out DJs, you know, I'm in charge of maybe another business. I think a mogul is just someone who is very good at facilitating not necessarily their passions, but it could be various skills like laundromat, real estate, but someone who's just very good at facilitating business.
What do you think is fulfilling for you? What fulfills you?
Essentially what I want to do is just travel globally and play my music in front of people. like a, you know, an artist, like a established artist. That's my next move, and I don't think I'll be satisfied until I achieve that. I do enjoy the journey.
Yeah,
absolutely. But you know, like you got to keep that hunger somehow. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's all finding that balance.
Yeah.
Man.
What are some projects that you're currently working on?
So I just got with. So my next step right now is we've been releasing independently. After doing like educating myself on the industry, it's better to get your music to labels. So now I'm just like preparing music to get out to labels. We found somebody like a mix and masters for labels, and I'm working with artists out of Africa right now. We have one already made, we got 2 on the way, and we're just gonna try to pitch these three songs with vocalists on it to labels. Hopefully that'll like segue into gigs overseas, for instance. Talking with DJs as well, like overseas, who have a bigger name, to try to get you to play their song and like have a video of it. Just little things that like differentiate you from the rest, man. That's it.
It's really interesting, right? Like when you're able to be a full-time creative, right? Because to me, that in itself is huge milestone. You know. So what advice would you have for any creatives watching this that want to take their creativity and turn it into a full-time business?
Save up like a rainy day or an emergency fund for like 3 to 6 months, and then just like go for it. If you don't have faith in yourself, like why are you doing it? You know? Or if you don't have faith in God, what makes you think you're gonna have faith in yourself? Like there are times where I would have people like take gigs from me, or like I would have a week without getting a gig, or 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Or nobody's hitting me up. Like I'm not just like giving up, or I'm not saying why is this happening to me. I'm like, it's all good. I've gotten this far. I believe in God. He's gonna provide me with another opportunity. And yet, you know, maybe a day or 2 later, I'll find something and be like, wow, mashallah. Like I prayed for this, you know, like alhamdulillah, I got another gig because I believe. You know, like I believe in myself, I believe in God, and the road to prosperity, if you want to call it, will come, or like, you know, so.
What are some things that we can look forward to?
Man, my goal, honestly, like I told myself by the summertime, I want to be touring, whether even if it's here in the US or somewhere in the Middle East or worldwide in Europe. So that's my next goal, man. I'm doing everything I can to try to make that happen. Wow. Within, like summertime. Like that's my goal. I want to be touring DJ.
Yeah, I mean, you're on your way, bro, you know, and you're literally, every time I hit you up, I'm playing at this venue, I'm doing this or doing that. And to you, that might seem like small, but, you know, just like being able to do that full time and do and support your own dreams independently, like that's inspirational, bro. So keep up the good work.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for hopping on the show. You know, it's always good seeing you, bro. Thanks for hopping on the show.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hi, baby.